Snake! Yep, Snake won the most recent poll, which isn't really surprising whatsoever, since I had gotten so many requests for him since I started doing these videos. Also, we more than doubled the amount of votes from last time, so that's pretty awesome. Anyway, let's just get started, and like always, I'll kick it off with a visual comparison. The last time we saw Snake was in Brawl, so the visual leap here is very noticeable. My favorite upgrade would have to be his face. He just looks kinda dopey in Brawl. And no, I'm not gonna talk about his booty. Here are Snake's renders from both games. His old pose was pretty boring, so I like the change. Although in his new pose, he's forever on hold.
Hello, thank you for calling Smash Brothers Hotline. An associate will be with you shortly.
Okay, let's get into the moveset now. I had to go back to Brawl to get this footage, and yeah, Brawl footage will be on the left with Ultimate on the right. Snake's forward smash is still the RPG. I'm glad this move was left mostly unchanged. I'm not a Snake main, but it's always satisfying pulling this move off. Snake's down smash is brand new. Thank God. Seriously, I always hated his old down smash. I am so glad they gave him a new one. The mortar remains as Snake's up smash, which is a fun move to play around with, and it looks to operate mostly the same as before. His forward air is also the same style of attack, and I believe it also still acts as a meteor smash. Snake's down air, where he goes ta-da-da-da-da, is still here as well. I never found much use for this move, but I'm not a Snake main, so maybe I just suck. The angle of the animation during Snake's up air is changed, but other than that, it's the same type of attack. Snake's neutral air, where he kicks 4 times in quick succession, returns, and the animation looks to be faithfully recreated. His back air hasn't seen much of any change. Snake's recovery is still that little droid thingy from Star Wars, and it can still be cancelled by attacking. Snake's remote-controlled missile also returns, and it looks to go a lot faster than before. Honestly, it was so slow in Brawl, I never found much use for it. But again, maybe I just suck with Snake. His neutral special is once again the grenade. Snake's C4 also returns as his down special. The animations have been tweaked a bit. For instance, he doesn't stand up while detonating the C4. Detonating, why did I say it like that? Detonating the C4. His neutral attack is still the 3-hit combo like before. Not much else to say here. Snake's forward tilt. I remember when I would play Brawl with my brothers, and anytime I was Snake, they'd accuse me of constantly spamming this move. And they were right. I did spam this move. And I'll spam it again, because it's back. The spam shall return. Snake's up tilt. Yes. His dash attack, where he does this cool roll dive, remains, and he can also still crawl directly out of it. You know, doing this analysis makes me realize how unique Snake really is. Alright, time for Snake's throws. His forward throw is similar, but the pose he does at the end of the animation is different. He no longer turns completely around during his back throw. His up throw seems about the same except for the angle during the animation. And his down throw where he gently tucks the opponent into bed also remains.
Oh look, it's Daddy Snake. Good night, Princess.
Snake's final smash has been changed. He no longer hangs from a ladder blasting you with a grenade launcher. You'll now control a targeting reticule to lock onto your opponents, which will then launch rockets at the battlefield. Okay, that's all I have on his moveset. So, let's get a couple more things out of the way. As far as taunts go, I could only find his popular box taunt. And yep, it'll still collide with opponents when tossing it off. Snake's intro animation at the start of battle is similar, but has a few obvious changes, like it's simply playing out over a longer period of time. Finally, there's Snake's victory pose, which I have one example of. Due to the more cinematic angles in Ultimate, it looks far, far better now. Anyway, that's all I have on Snake. However, before I go, I have a few announcements to make regarding this series, just this channel in general, and so on. First off, I see a lot of you ask me to cover frame data, knockback, buffs, and all that jazz. And frankly, I just don't care about those things. Honestly, I think covering those things would affect my enjoyment of the game when it releases. I like to discover how to play a character on my own, solely through my playtime with the game. I've never in my life even looked at an analysis of frame data, buffs, any of that. And while I understand why people want to see those things, it's just not my style. Plus, I think it's a little premature to even be discussing those things since none of us have any real concrete data to use, as the game is still in development. I know that won't change the fact that some of you want to see it regardless, and that's fine, but there's also no way to change that I just don't want to cover that kind of material. I'll be adapting and learning each character through my own preferred method when the game launches, and that's an experience I want to remain as pure as possible, as that's a big part of the fun I have with Smash Brothers, trying to adapt to all of the changes and mechanics. This video series was mainly just for analyzing the character's moveset at a surface level, and I know when it comes to analysis videos, some people expect more, and I've seen that frequently in the comments. To be real here for a second, I am getting a bit bored of doing these videos. I feel like I could be doing more creative things, doing Smash Brothers videos that are a bit more interesting and spark more conversation. Funny enough, I just tweeted yesterday that this would become a weekly series. But after putting this video together, I realized it's just not that fun for me anymore. And the thought of using this series as the center point of my channel just doesn't excite me. I thought doing the polls would help keep it more interesting. I thought going out of order would keep it interesting. But no matter what I've done, it's just hard to get motivated to do these videos now. It's a lot of work and effort going into something that I think would be more useful going towards something else. So here's what's gonna happen. I've been thinking about it a lot, and this is the current game plan for my channel, at least up until the launch of Smash Brothers. This particular series is being put to rest. But every Tuesday is going to be a video in a new series I'm doing titled Super Smash Survivor. I'll leave it to your imagination what it'll be about, but it's a series that'll allow a bit more audience participation, so expect to find out more next week. And of course, there will be more videos sprinkled throughout other days. But for sure, every Tuesday there will be a new Smash Survivor video. Also, reviews on my channel, that's going away. I might start doing a series where I just give my quick thoughts on new games, but after doing the reviews I've done and scrapping my planned Spider-Man review, even after having recorded it, I realized it's just not my style. It's not something that's fun for me, so it's going away. But I tried, and you know, it's a learning experience. I haven't even been uploading for 3 months yet, so I'm still adapting to how I want to do things. I want to find a comfortable spot where I'm enjoying myself while also being able to put out videos you all want to see. And I know bringing this series to a close is going to be disappointing for some, and I'm sorry about that, but there are a lot of channels out there doing these kinds of videos better than I am, and I don't feel like I'm really offering anything unique with this series. I am considering doing a new series, slightly similar to this, when the game comes out. It'll be comparing all of the animations of characters, running, jumping, even idle animations. But I wouldn't be starting that until the game releases, and those videos will be handled a lot differently than what this current series has done, and would be covering multiple characters at a time. Let me know if something like that interests you, as I'm still figuring out if it's going to be worth the time or not. My main focus right now is still going to be on Smash Brothers. so that's not gonna change. But in order to make this a more exciting and fun experience, I have to make some changes to the current state of my channel. I've been having a bit of an identity crisis lately, which is why the videos have slowed down so much, but I think making these changes will help push it in the right direction. Again, I'm sorry if this is disappointing to you. I felt like I at least owed you all the snake video, and I tried to have more fun with it this time, but these videos take an insane amount of work that I'd rather put towards something that's more fun and creative. I hope you all can understand, and I hope you all look forward to what I do next. I deeply appreciate all of the support I've received so far, more than I can possibly express. So, that about does it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you later.